Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Today we will go to Tripura and learn about the Chaturdasha Devta temple, which is an important heritage site. We will also talk about how people in the region are rising in the times of the pandemic and are finding meaning to life despite the struggle. The future of Manipur depends upon the younger generation of the country, and they always make India proud on any kind of international platform. A 29-year-old entrepreneur who has set up a private company producing locally available products into international level brands has brought the state of Manipur to the global map of excellence. She has been selected as one of the world's 12 most inspirational young leaders for Kofi Annan Changemakers 2021 initiative, which is an effort to create and provide an environment where the next generation of leaders can seek counsel from experienced individuals on how to strengthen the impact of their work as they also become torchbearers of Kofi Annan's values and principles. More from our Imphal correspondent, JJ Thokchom.
29 years young General Stephen Angkang of Humpul village of Ukul district is the brain behind Hill Wild Private Company established in 2017. It is a chocolate and confectionery making unit, infusing it with locally found nuts and fruit like plum, wild berries and apples, chilies, garlic, ginger, etc. Hill Wild aims to uplift farmers, artisans and transform the Ukhrul district of Manipur. General Stephen Angkang will represent India as one of the 12 recognized international leaders to participate in a 6-month intergenerational dialogue hosted by Kofi Annan. The other students for Kofi Annan Changemaker 2021 dialogue are from Ghana, Afghanistan, Nigeria, Philippines, Zimbabwe, Kosovo, Colombia, Malaysia, Malawi, Ghana and Uganda. The 6-month-long Kofi Annan Foundation Intergeneration Dialogue will begin from June 28 this year in Geneva, Switzerland. While speaking to AIR News, General expressed happiness for being recognized by Kofi Annan Foundation. General said,
I started this company in 2017 together with Leolin Vushum, who is now my husband. We initially make chocolates infused with locally found nuts and fruits, generating employment and impact to farmers. Our vision is to grow together with indigenous farmers and bring better economy. Now we are partnering with more than 200 indigenous farmers, diversifying into spice, farming together, and exporting to US, Canada, and Switzerland. This voice is amplified in international platform. I was awarded Youth Champion by IFAD United Nations last year in Rome, and they also nominated me for Kofi Annan Changemaker, where I am selected this year. I urge my fellow friends, colleagues, peers, and youth that we have a role in transforming our community. If we can do our work diligently, honestly, and making impact in our respective fields, be it big, be it small, we are already on the way for transformation. It is our responsibility.
The 12 young leaders who have already demonstrated commitment in their respective fields will interact with the leaders from the high-level network of Kofi Annan and the Kofi Annan Foundation during the dialogue. JJ Thokchom from Imphal for Northeast Diary.
During the ongoing tough times of the COVID-19 pandemic, as innumerable people are suffering from the disease, also huge number of people are passing through distress financially and in many other aspects of living. However, humans have found advantage in all challenging times. Here is a report from a correspondent from Aizawl.
Most areas in Mizoram have been passing through either lockdown or containment due to the pandemic. It seems that the lockdown or containment brings in sort of psychological effect upon some people. The family of Lal Nunsiama of Thingaweng in Aizawl is highly concerned with the pandemic, yet they are happier with the time passing through at home. The family members said they have a better understanding towards each other, but the pandemic has given them a huge quality time for home. They can spend more time sharing their thoughts, playing together, and physical exercise at home. The head of the family, Mr. Lal Nunsiama, who has a big business in Aizawl, now loves staying at home to enjoy each other's company instead of running his business and earning more money. He believed that family should always come first because it is where one learns the value of life, its difficulties, and solution to problems. Talking to AIR, he further said,
"The COVID-19 pandemic seems to keep working against us all. So as the head of a family, I try my best to support and strengthen my family during this hard time. Being quarantined and under lockdown, my world revolves around my family. Thankfully, we still manage to follow our sleep and meal times as usual. We play carom-board, Chinese checker, etc. for an hour or so. Made my kids use social media to keep contact with their friends. We watch TV, we read the Bible, and say our regular prayers. I feel lockdown bring our family together. I made a better bonding with my loved ones at home and also came to know their individual needs and interests better under this confinement."
Also, Lal Nunsiama believes that a society is molded by family. He finds that many problems occurring in society are mainly due to negligence at home. He said that he tries harder to make his family a place where each can bond, share thoughts and love. He believes that as much as we need food, equally important is values in life, family bonding and humanity. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
In Arunachal Pradesh, the 108 Emergency Response Ambulance Service was launched on Monday, 21st of June, 2021, on the occasion of the International Day of Yoga in a function in Itanagar. A report.
The COVID-19 pandemic has made us realize that existing healthcare facilities and infrastructures are not enough, and there is a lot more to do in the health sector. In the same line, to improve the health facilities in Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu dedicated the 108 Emergency Response Ambulance Service to the people of the state on the occasion of the International Day of Yoga in Itanagar on Monday. A total of 90 ambulances will operate across the state under the program. These ambulances will be operated by GVK EMRI through a centralized call center on PPP mode for the State National Health Mission. Equipped with basic life support facilities, the ambulances to be positioned at strategic health facility locations to cover all parts of the state and shall operate with 133 trained pilots and 146 emergency medical technicians. The Dial 108 system will be operated through a central call center which can be called by using any type of mobile or landline phone from anywhere in the state to alert the center of an accident or occurrence of an emergency medical situation. The call center will record the necessary information and locate the nearest available ambulance using the IT software to immediately dispatch it to the accident or patient site. It will provide appropriate pre-hospital care to stabilize and then transport the patient to the nearest health facility, making best use of what is known as the golden hours after an emergency. All ambulances are fitted with GPS-enabled software for real-time monitoring of the personnel as well as vehicles through a central command and control cell that will be based in the state capital, Itanagar. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Dole, Air News, Itanagar.
In Assam, a young woman, Nabonita Das, who hails from Jorhat district, has set an example in self-employment. Our correspondent, Pranab Kumar Nath, tells us more.
Nutrition support to children through school nutrition program under MDMS, Midday Meal Scheme, Lakhimpur district is playing a vital role during COVID-19 pandemic. It is taking care of nutrition, mental and physical health of not only the child but also adult too. Madhav Das, the headmaster of Madhavdev Lower Primary School in Laluk under Bhihupuria Educational Block in Lakhimpur district, his efforts are now playing a key role in providing the much needed nutritional care of his students along with taking care of their mental health during COVID-19 pandemic. By this project, the headmaster is creating an atmosphere of sustainable development in school premises and to provide nutritional care for the students in the midday meal scheme has been developing the kitchen garden in the school from the beginning of the summer session. He started this kitchen garden with help of school management committee, mothers unit and local villagers. Presently, his school kitchen garden consists of various beans, cucumber, lettuce finger, pumpkins, brinjals, corn, chilies and various ferns and herbs, all grown originally, which provide important nutritional intakes in the MDMS. The fresh vegetables grown in the school are included in the midday meal scheme rations distributed among the students during current COVID-19 restrictions. Madhavdev LP School is one among the 49,994 schools in Assam with school nutritional garden under MDMS. Several other schools in Lakhimpur district have been successfully implementing the school nutritional garden under MDMS since its inception in 2019. Besides growing vegetables on the courtyard ground of the schools, many SNG, MDMS, school nutritional garden, midday meal scheme are also growing same on white thermocol fish boxes and pots within the buildings and verandas. Launched in 2019, the SNG in MDMS has the objective of addressing malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies among school-going children in the country by consuming freshly grown vegetables. Besides providing the children the first-hand experience with nature and gardening, the SNG in MDMS aims to supplement the skill of the students with an early idea of livelihood opportunities and self-support. Pranat Kumar Nath, Dibrugarh for Northeast Diary.
Music has no language, no boundaries and no barriers. Across the world, where people are continuously struggling in times of the COVID pandemic, music has come as a rescue to many. To connect to people during this difficult time, Task Force for Music and Arts Government of Nagaland in association with Indian Council for Cultural Relations, Guwahati, hosted a virtual concert of the second edition of One Northeast on the occasion of World Music Day on 21st of June. Here is a report from Asuno.
Celebrating World Music Day, Task Force for Music and Arts, Government of Nagaland, in collaboration with Indian Council for Cultural Relations, Guwahati, presented musicians from across the 8 northeastern states under the banner One Northeast. 8 distinguished artists and the musician bands who have marked a niche for themselves in the world of music participated in the second edition of One Northeast concert curated by Musica. Have a listen.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. First of all, a happy World Music Day and welcome to the second edition of One Northeast. I am Aben and I am a singer-songwriter and I am representing my state Tripura. And I'm going to start the event with my first song, Out of My Mind, a very bittersweet love song from my debut EP. I know I don't even feel no shame. I keep on checking all your Instagram.
We are the Exotic and we're so excited to be here and share with you all our very first single.
I'm a burning fire, there's no stopping me. I sleep past the ocean, I'm so sure of myself. Got a burning desire, ain't no luck in me. Never giving in, giving all I have, I'm here to stay.
Happy World Music Day to all of you. I'm Guru Bang Mashanga from Ukru, Manipur. The world has come to a standstill. Next we have BNP from Sikkim.
Hey, yeah. Happy
World Music Day. I'm Sanita Punya, singer-songwriter, independent artist from Assam.
Well, my name is Chairperson Mugli and I'm an independent singer-songwriter from Untitled Chapter. So, by ending our session, we would like to introduce our last artist for tonight. She is Miss Meba Ophelia. She's from Ceylon.
No, don't go and say my name.
Why not?
Right after you done kissed her, you will never be the same.
That's right.
After a series of lockdowns to contain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic across Meghalaya, with signs showing improvement, authorities have finally decided to ease restrictions, allowing reopening of markets in the state.
Barabazar is the largest traditional market of Meghalaya, opened its doors after months of COVID-19-induced lockdown last week after bringing relief to hundreds of shopkeepers and businessmen. Meghalaya government conducted a 2-day COVID-19 vaccination drive for the shopkeepers and hawkers at the otherwise busy market prior to the opening. Ensuring that all COVID-19 protocols are followed, officials are on their toes manning the narrow bylanes of Barabazar. Not to miss out on a single person entering the market, every guard posted in the market area ensured that everyone washed their hands and got thermal scan. In what could be seen as a functional system, the authorities of Yudo Market have arranged every hawker with an ID card worn around their neck. The hawkers have been grouped in an alphabetical manner, and each day a total of 184 hawkers will be allowed to sit at Yudo to sell their goods twice a week. M. Karluki, who is the traditional head of the area, shared the efforts put in for opening up the market once again.
In the initial stage, there is some arrangement. People who don't know which alphabet to be penned in it first day. So today and tomorrow there is some arrangement, no problem for that. But we have seen it's very good response from the shopkeepers, from the hawkers. You see by yourself, if the shop is open, they don't sit in front of them. If shop is not open, they sit in front. So it's very good. We are very thankful the Honorable CM of the Function. He has sent his enforcement. The office from SP personnel, DSP movement is here with us. From our police, Millennium Police, we have got 34. Some of the Yodo Merchant Association, they have sent 32 volunteers. So we do hope that we can manage by all right.
Many of the shop owners seemed happy that the authorities have finally decided to allow them to reopen their shops and was hopeful that in the coming days, once the inter-district movement is lifted, they will be able to get more customers. This is Rustam for Northeast Diary, Filong.
Sikkim recently bagged the award for the most film-friendly state at the 67th National Film Awards. Chairman of Sikkim Film Promotion Board, Pooja Sharma, speaks to Northeast Diary about the achievement and the opportunities the tiny Himalayan state offers for the film industry.
Sikkim won the award for the most film-friendly state at the recently announced 67th National Film Awards. While Sikkim is a shooting destination for its scenic locales, the state's new film policy incentivizes film production using local resources. To speak on the achievement, the state's film promotion policies and the future roadmap, we have with us Ms. Pooja Sharma, who is the chairperson of Sikkim Film Promotion Board. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Sikkim was recently awarded the most film-friendly state at the 67th National Film Awards. What does the recognition mean for the state?
Achieving the most film-friendly state award on the 67th National Film Awards, it's very prestigious because it's a national award. And for our state, it's very close to our heart and very close to our life because for the past few years, we have been really working very hard to get this, and we have been doing lots of promotional activities. We have been welcoming Sikkim as a shooting destination and we have done lots of things. So getting this award means not just to the film board, not just to the Sikkim government, but to entire Sikkimis as a whole.
Please tell us what made this achievement possible?
I believe making this achievement possible has mark of development of Sikkim film era. So in this, the location, the beautiful location and landscape of Sikkim has been number one, let's say, a quality that we can target out or we can look at. Second is the film festival that we've started since 2020. And third is the Sikkim Film Policy 2020, which offers various, numerous easy schemes for local film production and also for outside film producers who are interested to come and shoot in Sikkim. And with this note, I would also want to thank the jury of National Film Awards, especially to Mr. Ravi Kotarakara, to Fradul Hassan sir, to Shaji and Karun, and the entire jury team.
What does the state's film policy offer to make it a key film shooting destination? Kindly throw some light on this aspect.
I see that it is a package of entire India, Himalayan state. If you travel towards east of Sikkim, from Gangtok towards Changu area, you will get that belt of Himachal Pradesh like Manali. It is similar to that. If you travel towards north, towards Yumthang Valley, it's much similar to Kashmir. You get the feel of Gulmarg and Srinagar. And if you travel towards West Sikkim, it's more of greenery there. So you'll get a touch of Uttarakhand. And if you travel towards our South Sikkim, when Sikkim is divided into 4 regions, northeast, east, west, north, south. So if you travel towards south, you'll get that touch of Darjeeling belt. The Timi belt is there, Timi tea state is there. So the geographical, beautiful, natural landscape, the location, and entirely like Sikkimese art, culture, people, language, everything is so friendly and so welcoming. So I believe all these ingredients make it a key film shooting destination.
Could you please tell us, how does the policy promote local talent?
It creates pool of job opportunities, or it generates employment. It has various avenues in filmmaking like local artists, technicians, producers, production houses, directors. All of them can avail this film policy subsidy scheme. So it promotes local talents, not just, engaging them in day-to-day activities through, shooting of films, but also it creates job opportunity. That's the main thing. And for the locals also, I would want to add that. Why? Because whenever there is a filming, shooting happening, then the hotels are booked, right? And also the vehicles are engaged. So during that process of filmmaking, normally it happens within a span of 45 days to 90 days. Many people are involved in one film, right? So I think they are paid very handsomely.
What are the challenges for filmmakers in securing permits for film shooting in Sikkim?
Normally, whenever people would want to come, I've been getting lots of calls from India and outside India, but mainly people are afraid that because it falls under the super sensitive zone bordering 3 countries. So there are lots of restrictions. So they ask me whether the single window clearance is still available, is it applicable or not. So I give them assurance, but actually there is challenges. When we actually go to get the permit, the IPR department manages the entire permit cell. So because they are protected areas in Sikkim and because they are restricted areas in Sikkim, that it takes a little bit of time. And we are seeing this challenge. We'll be tackling it very soon and we'll make it very easy, and single window clearance system will be available very soon. Actually, I've come once, you'll get to know that it is the most peaceful state in entire of India, and it's been awarded numerous times, right, for having the most greenery state award, the most peaceful state award in entire India, and it's very clean as well. So there is safety, there is security. Only thing is of the permit, but if you give us time, at least week's time, then we can get everything cleared for you also. Other than permit, there is not much challenges for filmmaking.
Sikkim has also begun its first film festival. What has been the response, and when is the next one scheduled?
We have just launched Sikkim Film Festival last year, and it had a great response. I guess because of the film festival, I think it catched attraction from other states and from the nation itself, because I think Sikkim falls under, it's a very small state. It's a very tiny Himalayan state. So it's little bigger than Goa, right? So hardly people would have noticed, right? And they would have ignored because it's very far to travel. Once this festival got started, people actually came here and saw that it's very comfortable, it's very convenient, and people are so friendly. The government is so friendly. Because of the festival, I think it's opened doors of opportunities in the national platform. And yes, last year it was a grand success. And this year also, we were supposed to have it on 28th of April. It was a 3-4 days program festival. It is getting postponed because of the COVID norms.
What are the future plans to promote filmmaking in Sikkim? Please elaborate.
To promote filmmaking, first and foremost, we need infrastructure development, right? So, having said that, infrastructure development also needs lots of things like not just, natural location. It needs, because for the lighting and everything has to match in filmmaking. So, we need artificial sets also. We need cameras, we need equipments. We need mini buses, vanity vans, and lots of other things. And our government is working on it. So very soon we'll be having infrastructure development, and we have proposed for a eco-heritage film city to develop regional cinema. We've got a very good response from Ministry of Donor. Dr. Jitendra Singh, actually he wants to help boost Northeast of India. So when I told him that, Sikkim could be the place where we could develop cinemas and film, so he has given a green signal. So if we have film city in our state, I guess that will also handle challenges for other northeastern region, because meanwhile we can actually promote the other states as well. In that ways, we are planning to develop filmmaking through Film City, developing Film City, and developing, and also with the Film City, we want to have a film academy wherein we can create pool of human resources.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Tripura is one of the most important cultural and heritage hotspots in the northeastern region. Century-old historical sites, archaeological spots, rivers and lakes, and temples going back hundreds of years, wildlife sanctuaries, and arts and crafts of the state portray the heritage of the people of the state. In this episode of Northeast Diary Heritage Story, our Agartala correspondent Reena Nongmaitham has brought the tale of Chaturdasha Devata Temple, or the Temple of 14 Deities, where head images of 14 deities are worshipped. Here is the story.
Among the notable historic places of Tripura that carry forward the tales of the indelible princely rule and still draws people's attention, Chaturdasha Devata Temple or the Sauda Devata Mandir tops the list. Every year, thousands of pilgrimages come to visit the temple, especially during Kharsi Puja, which is held in July month. Block Development Officer of all Agartala Block, Sudipta Biswas said,
इस मंदिर का निर्माण 1760 ईसा के बाद किया गया था। महाराज श्री कृष्ण माणिक्य ने इस मंदिर की नींव रखी है। उन्होंने त्रिपुरा के उदयपुर से जब अपना राजधानी को शिफ्ट करके इस एरिया में लाए थे, इसके बाद उन्होंने इस मंदिर की नींव रखी। तब से जाके आज तक इस मंदिर में एक भव्य पूजा एवं मेला का प्रावधान किया गया है। इसका नाम है चतुर्दश देवता पूजा, खाची पूजा, और उसके साथ खाची मेला। तो हर साल ये मेला जुलाई के महीने में 7 दिन के लिए किया जाता है, लेकिन कोरोना पेंडेमिक के वजह से पिछले साल और इस साल सिर्फ पूजा ही हुआ है, लेकिन जो मेला जो होता था वो पिछले साल नहीं हो पाया है। इस साल शायद पूजा ही सिर्फ होगा, मेला होने का चांसेस जो है वो बहुत ही कम है, लेकिन हाई लेवल गवर्नमेंट डिसीजन के लिए हम लोग अभी भी वेट कर रहे हैं। ये मंदिर बहुत ही प्रसिद्ध मंदिर है, चतुर्दश देवता मंदिर। इसमें अभी जो पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन है, इसमें भी हर दिन लगभग 50-60 परिवार हर दिन आते हैं। मंदिर के बाहर से हो या फिर मंदिर के अंदर जाके प्रतिमा से बहुत दूर रह के हो, वो अपनी श्रद्धा जताते हैं। लेकिन जब कोरोना नहीं था, कोरोना पेंडेमिक नहीं था, जब सब कुछ ठीक था, तो हर दिन लगभग फुटफॉल मोर देन 200 फैमिलीज होता था, और उससे ज्यादा भी होता था ऑन स्पेशल ओकेशंस पे। तो ये एक बहुत ही प्रसिद्ध मंदिर है, और खाची पूजा और खाची मेला जो है वो सिर्फ त्रिपुरा ही नहीं, पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा फेस्टिवल है। 7 दिन का जो मेला होता है, इसमें लगभग 10 लाख लोग इस 7 दिन में इस पूजा में इस मेले में आते हैं.
The uniqueness of the temple is that, except during the offerings of Karsi Puja, which according to Kokborok dialect means cleaning of sin, the head images of the 14 gods and goddesses live in the locked sanctorium of the temple round the year. For Northeast Diary, this is Rina Nongmaitem from Magatala.
With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye.